it's Company Collectibles, and today we're going to be taking a look at the Wonder Woman Platinum statue, 1/3 scale. Now, I don't know what the real upgrade to Platinum JND means, but I do think that it is wonderful. I do think that it is because they're going more of a whole entirety of silicone, whatever you want to call, skin, which is a given because she's like half naked here. I think Platinum, when it comes to JND, what their meaning is that we have a ton of silicone on the figure or statue, right? So, with that being said, we see this price tag, $38.99 plus shipping. From ComicConcepts.com, click the link down below if you want to visit. You can take a visit there and see what's all on the site. Now, this is 1/3 scale. JND is very renowned for making really lifelike 1/3 scale statues. Queen is also there, but they're more of the lower price, which is not really lower, it's actually high. And then this is stupid elite high. Now, here's the thing. Okay, so let's go first into this. JND presents the first new JND Platinum line Wonder Woman, with all the skin being made of silicone. This piece was designed with limb stability in mind. That, I want to know, what does that even mean, limb stability? With her previous work on, okay, that might be what it was, limb stability. That might be a person. With her previous work on Wonder, because JND made that gold Wonder Woman. That was really good, really amazing looking. I love it. Now, obviously, this does have rooted hair, glass eyes, a very nice museum pose and base, and you get the sword and a shield. So let's go over some pictures. Keep this in mind. I have a cat now, and now I have to look and observe to make sure no destruction is being made. I have a Magic case behind me. I don't know why I ordered that. It was a year ago. So let's go over some pictures here. Obviously, this is the full body apparition that we're seeing on Ghost Hunters. What I do like from... There's noises going on in my house. I don't know. So what I do like is that from the head... Well, from the neck down, everything is perfect. Everything is perfect. Everything is as you would, even the hair. My main issue with this statue, and with it being so expensive. Now, some may say, now this is very opinionated and person to person, because art is something viewed from different, aspects. It's very opinionated. That head sculpt is off. For $38.99, I would expect damn perfection out of these things. And just like that with my Venom bust that I had ordered from Queen Studios, it wasn't perfect, and it is pretty disturbing. Now, they've had other lines, which you see the Joker, other releases like Arthur Fleck, the Joker. That was really good. At way less of a price. I think it was also $3,000. And you're talking about $1,000 up. This is $2,999 and doesn't have as much as silicone as this does for the same price. J&D's pricing, I don't know if it's been $35. I don't know. I think retail, but anyway, you can get it for $2,999 on Comic Concepts. But J&D's pricing is very weird. That's not as much silicone, and all of this has to be polystone resin? So, where's the pricing coming from out of this guy? I paid less for this life-size bust of Ben Affleck. And this is probably easy that much of silicone. And they want that much money for it, and this is life-sized. You got just as much weathering and just as much work being done and sculpt on this big guy, this big heavy polystone dude. It's hyper real. I understand it's hyper real, but like you're not that much above the competition to be charging these prices. Now, this is my take. This is my opinion. Hate it if you want. Like it if you want. But this is the truth on JND. It is way too expensive, and they're setting a bar for what? You know, platinum. Who wanted who? I mean, there is this very select few that people just cannot refuse themselves, and they have to get it. Cool. But I just feel, you know, with the market, everything is nice. I love the base. I love how subtle the Zack Snyder's Justice League is there. It doesn't say Wonder Woman. Like, it's not pronouncing, like, who it is. I love how they're displaying her with the sword. I love this back shot. It's very makes my sword. And everything else is nice. It's silicone and everything is beautiful. I understand the paint apps is spot on. But for that face, there's something wrong with the face. And it might be the big lip syndrome that they've been having with their Catwoman. Everything else. The rooted hair is awesome. Everything else is awesome. As you can see, the skin tones, it's reflecting light as it should. The paint apps, you can see all the little red throughout, all the different tones of paint. But take this part and fix it, JND, for that money. It ought to be perfect. And here he's just grabbing it as he would grab her in real life. But you get a size reference right there. I got pieces way bigger than her. Obviously, they're polystone. But just, man, the pricing on this. I have a life-size Joker bust from Infinity Studios coming for $4,000. And that probably has more silicone on its head than this does on its whole body. So yet again, where is the price tag coming from? A lot would say, you know, like the intricate details and work and all that kind of stuff. But then again, I'm like, you have other companies doing almost the same thing, you know? So let me show you. For example, right? Queen Studios, the Batman. The Batman. So you have this guy. And I think he's priced at $1,600. And it's 1/3. You know, taking a look at these pictures, this is 1/3 as well. You're going to get rooted hair on this too. What's the difference? You don't even get a head sculpt with this guy, do you? Do we get a head sculpt? Oh, yeah, we do. Okay, so, yeah, we do. And then you look at this guy, which is about half the price. And I'm just kind of questioning, why did they double the price? Like, what's doubling that price? And it just... And JND has this hyper-real feature that kind of confuses me. Like, it looks really hyper-real. Like that's a person. But at the same time, I'm just looking at, like, he looks weird, you know? Now, back to Wonder Woman. That's as far as pricing goes. I just think, wow. If these statues were ranging from, $1,500 to $2,000, it'd be, okay. To me, it'd be like, all right. This could probably, work on in final products. And for everything else, I'd pay near $2,000 for this. Man, it's just so hard to say to go and pay freaking, what is it, like $4,000? $4,000 is a bit steep. I think it's a bit steep for what they're asking. I just think that face is not spot on, and for what you're getting here, which is not much, $4,000. Now, I think it has to be that they're not that big of a studio. You know, maybe that's the reason. And whoa, watch that lean. Maybe that's why they're asking so much money. That they're having to do a lot of work until they get a better labor system, cheap labor. But I just feel like this is way too expensive for the pricing you're getting. You can go to the competition, and honestly, it's not even that bad. It's not even as bad as what the competition is, which is Queen or Infinity, which is doing, to me, just the same for way less money. You're talking about half the price tag right here. I do think he's around $1,500 to $1,600 because he was on par with the Prime 1 Studios. And then you have another company, Prime 1. That's going to be all polystone. But, I mean, Queen Studio, I wish I could bring the, drag image to drop. I don't know what's going on over there. But you can do so much more with way less money, you know. I can get, for this JND price, I can go and get a Queen Studios Batman, the Batman if I wanted. And I can go grab another Queen Studios piece or Infinity piece. And then it'll be two. It's just the value is within the buyer, man. I just have to say the value is within the buyer. I don't see how this could be worth $4,000. Honestly, I don't. I'm really sorry. But booty. There's a lot of booty on Comic Concepts websites. I don't know. It's just $4,000. It's just way too much. It's way too much. You guys who's doing all this stuff for that much money, I feel is ugh. Look at this. Tell me how is this $4,000 versus that? Explain. Please do. Please do explain in the comments down below as to how this big dude is $4,000. This is a life-size Arnie, full silicone, full rooted hair, glass eyes, just as the same detail as you would. That's an amazing base. Just as much as detail as you would on, you know, JND. So why? Light up features too. That's just amazing. And the likeness is perfection. You look like he's going to jump out of the screen and bite your ear off too. And that likeness is just, see, that's a lot of detail. Look at all this. I don't know, guys. I just say it's a hard pass. Hard pass if you're looking to get into Wonder Woman's pants. Scale year. What is this again? Wonder Woman. Let's go see your options now. Let's see your options as to what we have. You can just get an art print. Maybe that'll subdue your needs. You also have this beautiful thing. There's a JND. Oh my God, that's even worse of a price. I think because it's sold out. Here's Wonder Woman statue by Prime 1 for $1,200. It's 1/3. You know? And maybe it's not silicone, but wow, that's a bust. Wow, like it's amazing. You know, you really don't have to spend that much. And I'm not saying what to do with your money, but they're charging a ton for what they want. You know, for what they're making. They're charging a ton for what they're wanting, you know. Here is the JND's Hyperreal. This is out of stock, but I think retail was more so around 35, something like that. This is all sculpted work. And then, like, their pricing rationalities are way too weird. They did way better. Nice, but they did way better with this sculpt. I don't know what happened with the new one. You see this one? Now, how you can go and tell me that, oh, this is a platinum edition. This is more souped up or more, upgraded, and you're charging more money, and then her likeness is off. Right? You see, now this does not look as good. I'm just being a hard critique. It just doesn't look as good. So I'm gonna say it's a hard pass. I don't see how that could, that could get my money. I don't see how that could get my money at all. And when it comes to Infinity Studios, they're the best. That's not all of them. I know there's more. Josh, something's wrong. But it's going to be a hard pass for me, guys, because that's just not... I don't think so. Not for me. Because it's just... the money is not there. And if I wanted, the Batman, I would go towards the Batman. If I really needed a 1/3 scale Wonder Woman, I'd look towards Prime 1 maybe as another option. I think you guys should hold on. Queen Studios Infinity is coming out with really great stuff. The life-size bust for Infinity, I know it was quite a while ago, a few years ago, but I mean, you're talking about a few years. It was only $3,500, $3,000 some for the Infinity life-size Wonder Woman all silicone bust, which obviously could wrap around this thing for ages. And the likeness was way, way better to me. JND, I'm sorry. I don't even know. I'm sorry. So, let me know your comments on what JND's piece here is, Let me know what you feel about this. Because you're having hyper real. I mean, they putting words like platinum, hyper real. When look at Infinity Studios Harley Quinn. They're not using those hyper real platinum. They're just making good statues and putting them out. They used to be way cheaper, but that's obviously introductory prices. That's promotional. And then now they're in the game. There. And the prices are reasonable. That's not reasonable. And they've been in the game for a while. So, not a while, but, enough. See you later, guys. Bye-bye. Let me know.